What is happening, guys? Welcome back to another video on the Rugby channel. And yeah, today, obviously, it was announced recently that the Ospreys are going to be having a new stadium. I'll probably leave a link of the article below if you haven't heard about that. And apparently they're going to be moving from the Liberty Stadium over to a place called Darcy. And if you're not from Wales, it's basically a few miles out from Swansea, where they're based now. They actually have their training pitch in Darcy as well, so it would be more kind of ideal for the team. So yeah, today I've come up with some designs and how it could work, so let's get into the video. Welcome back to another rugby video. Please make sure you go ahead and smash that like button to show your support for the channel, and if you are new, please go ahead and subscribe. We upload rugby videos every single week guaranteed, so please click the notification button so you don't miss out. Okay, so as you can see right now, here's the picture in front of you. This is meant to be the sort of land that Ospreys' new stadium is going to be. It's basically in the heart of Darcy, but on the other side. So as you can see, here's an area of the land from a bird's eye view done on Google Maps that I designed. And yeah, it's quite a big space of land, as you can see. So the actual measurement of this is 824 meters long, which is quite a lot of land to be having, and the width of it is 360 meters wide, as in from one of the longest points to the other. So it's quite a big piece of land. It's really ideal for them, to be honest with you. I mean, it's a lot of land to invest in. Whether they will have all that, I don't know. Apparently that's meant to be the plot. So for those of you who aren't great with measurements, that is also the same measurement as the Burj building in Dubai, which is one of the biggest buildings in the world. If it is right, I'm pretty sure, going by Google's measurements, that is right, but it could be a slight chance that it's not. But yeah, going by my facts, it's right. Okay, so the average length of a rugby field is 144 meters, I do believe. Yeah, 144 meters long. So let's round that to about 150 meters. Okay, so we got 800 and something meters of land, as in the length. And the rugby pitch is, let's say, 150 meters long. So that would then work out to the rugby pitch being about this size on the land plot. So overall, it looks basically, I mean, the amount of land that you have in that place, it's kind of really ideal. Again, this is just an average of what it would look like, but again, it's a good average sort of. If this isn't making any sense, you know what I mean. It looks decent in the plot of land. You have loads of surround grounds around you for stands and stuff. So far it's working well. Okay, so then I started coming up with some designs. Now, first of all, this first design I'm going to show you is pretty disappointing and shocking, and it gets a lot better from here on in. Okay, so this is my first one. I was like, oh, what could there be the textures of the wall and stuff looking in, as in if you're a fan walking into the ground, and this is what I came up with. Like, look at it, it's terrible. It looks like something that's been made on paint. So like I said, I promised you it gets a lot better than this, but this is just an idea of what I wanted to do first. I was kind of showing off like the sort of like the floodlights. There was a dead set thing that I definitely wanted, and I wanted lights going above the doors, really shining downwards. The texture and colours I kind of wanted to keep the same from this picture, but other than that, this picture doesn't really mean much. Okay, so next up then I wanted to design the sort of sideways drawing that you would see going into the stadium and like the inside of the actual stands. So as you can see here, here's the front door, here's the lights I was just talking about to you. That would be above the main door. So you'd walk in there, the stands would be looking like this, and then as you can see there would be a staircase in front of you if you were to go up to the top tier of the stands, and if you were to go down to the small little bottom tier, which could maybe be for I don't know, friends of the family and stuff like that, or disabled, literally it would be down towards that way, and then you'd have a staircase going upwards. As you can see, there's also a little mini bar up there as well, because I thought like that's the sort of thing that you would have underneath the stands. You would have like a bar and toilets and stuff like that. It's got a towering roof over there for the lights, because obviously that's essential. You need good lighting for your pitch. So overall, I was happy with the design. I kind of always wanted like a club design like this. It was never really going to be like the size of Parc y Scarlets or Liberty Stadium, because there's just not enough people to be filling those stadiums. So I thought the next best design would be a very club-looking design that you would see in most common rugby grounds. Okay, so my next design then was from a bird's eye point of view. So it was going to be basically what I needed to see what I was going to be doing, the sort of design that I wanted that if I was looking straight down to the stadium. So as you can see here, this is what I came up with. So the two black blocks are the ones that you literally just saw of the main places where you'd walk in. The lights would be above the doors and so on, and then the two grey areas would be outside seating, so it would curve around the actual park. Obviously it would have seats on it. Nobody really doesn't want to be sitting on anything rather than seats, but it would be an outside sort of ground by there. And as you can see then, it's got a kind of like a grey effect going around the actual pitch. This would kind of probably be along the sort of likes of the same material that you would get on a tennis court, the sort of clay effect, just because it's a nice material to be working with and it goes well with the colours that you're using. As you can see then, the black squares around there are the floodlights towering down over the pitch to get better lighting. And it would also be lighting from the actual stands as well, but it's better to have floodlights too. As you can see then, I got Jerry's stand, which is named after the late Jerry Collins, who used to play for the Ospreys. He was an Ospreys legend, and he'll always be remembered, so I thought he could have his own stand. It'd be a nice kind of fitting to the stadium. And as you can see then, there's a black block next to Jerry's stand. That would be where the players enter, as in where the players enter on the pitch. It would also be a club shop, and there'd probably be a members bar in there as well. So that's kind of like the main building of the actual stadium, and then you have the stands and stuff that are basically the stadium in general. Okay, so next up, I wanted to bring this stadium to life in a 3D design to show you guys, and this is what I came up with. So as you can see, it's got the main stand, which we talked about at the beginning, with the doors and stuff that you would enter in, and with the lights that would be technically over the doors, but I didn't need to put the lights in on this one. The Ospreys logo then would probably be going between the middle of them, and it would say like Llandarcy Stadium or so on. The curved roofing going over the top then, just to make sure the drainage is good for the water. That would be Jerry's stand, which you can see there because it's labelled Jerry's stand. The floodlights then up onto each corner of the stadium, and then you can see sponsors are down there. The whole stadium kind of, I wanted to have like a grey/black effect, really matching the Ospreys' colour coding system. As you can see, the car park round would be around there. Between each stand there would be a black wall, maybe plastic, maybe metal, I don't know. I don't really, it's just a fantasy thing of doing this. But that would probably have pictures all around the Ospreys, all the legends over the years like Tommy Bowe, Alan Wynne Jones and so on. Then the clubhouse would have a massive Ospreys picture, maybe saying Llandarcy Stadium or something, or maybe even selling its latest release of a new kit. I don't know, but that would be again where the players walk out onto the pitch and so on, with all the club shops and stuff. And yeah, that's basically the 3D design which I came up with of the stadium. So the next point now, which we're going to be looking at, is where would this ground be going. So as you can see, this is a normal bird's eye view of Llandarcy. The ground which I showed you, which is the red area, obviously I've taken that out now, and basically we have that plot of land which is the right hand side of that roundabout. So this is the stadium size that it would be, going by on average measurements. Again, it could be slightly out, it could be absolutely out, but this is the idea of what it would look like. So it's quite a good fitting. It works pretty well. I feel like my design looked quite nice for a club ground. It really captured the sort of the look of a Welsh sort of small little town on the outskirts of Swansea. The greenery, I wanted to keep as many greenery as possible, so like trees and bushes and stuff. So that's why I didn't destroy a lot of them when I was putting this stadium in. The road, as you can see, there's two different roads. One which would be taken by the fans, that would go straight to the car park where you would park to go watch the Ospreys play. And then there's a curve off road which will probably be heavily guarded with like fences and stuff to let the team coaches and everything come in. And yeah, that's basically it. The team coach would then go to the backwoods building, the back of the clubhouse building and so on, into the stadium, and then the main one would take you to the car park watching if you're a fan or whatever. So it looks quite nice from above. I wanted to really have like a sort of tree pattern going on. I wanted to, like, the way I pictured it was like to have the stadium, and then in the background you'd have all the like the foliage and the trees and the bushes, and like I said, the really proper like woodland look to the stadium, like an eco-friendly stadium, but not, if that makes sense. And then obviously with the grey effect all around it, I was quite happy with it. It looked really good, state-of-the-art stadium, really well looked after, really modern, but also keeping itself to nature. So hopefully you guys did like this video. Obviously a lot of work went into it, as you can imagine. I think I spent like 3 hours designing the stadium myself, so make sure you get smash the like button down below to show your support, and also let me know in the comment section as well what you thought of the Ospreys Stadium. Do you reckon they should have something else? Do you think they should even move the Clan Darcy? And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe as well. We upload rugby videos every single week, guaranteed, covering everything to do with rugby. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Smash the like button, show your support. I've been Andrew. I will see you in another upload. Peace out, guys.